Hi, my name is Mike Schwarzer, and welcome to my little chat on transforming lives and transforming communities through the inside out. How to live and how to lead through our innate and universal wisdom. So let me begin with one of my favorite Gandhi quotes. Become the change that you want to see in the world. What a wonderful quote. It's so easily said, yet often challenging to translate into action. We live in very testing times, and technologically we as a human species have advanced tremendously. Yet how far have we evolved when it comes to our psychological and our behavioural maturity? What makes us still entertain wars and terrorism? Have societies that are riddled with bullying, with domestic violence, with depression, and an increasing consumption of illicit drugs and all the consequences that come with that. Why is that? And the reason is this: because it is thought generated and driven. What do I mean by that? The majority of people in our societies are playing the game of life through the distortive dimension and nature of thought. And this is where we can get caught up in the false reality that is generated by our intellectual mind about the world out there. That the world out there, the circumstances, is making us think and feel in certain ways. Now that is outside in thinking. When our thinking gets contaminated, we get into strife. When we're governed by the misunderstandings of thought, it shows up in our behaviours and it shows up in the quality of the relationships that we have. So what's the alternative? What's the antidote? Well, the antidote is this. It's being what I call insight driven. In the dimension of insight, we are guided by our innate and universal wisdom, or our universal intelligence. And this dimension operates outside the realm of the intellectual mind. When we live life through insight, we experience life in a new light, with less on our mind. Here we innately understand that our thoughts are simply a product of our imagination and not our circumstances. They come from the inside out. And that what we feel in any given moment in time is thought in the moment. And when we drop into the space outside the intellectual mind, we experience greater grounding, well-being, and purpose. We see with greater clarity and connect quite easily and effortlessly with others. When we live and when we lead through our innate wisdom, thought simply becomes a very humble and supportive servant. And that transforms lives. That transforms communities to where peace and harmony reside. So that leaves the question: what kind of world do you want to see? What kind of life do you want to live? What kind of relationships do you want to have? And which of these two dimensions can help you best to become the change that you want to see?